Yep, so this is what we have. So today we'll be looking at fractions. As mentioned, these are some of the things that we'll be looking at, expressing fraction as a mixed number. All right, so mixed number, we'll look at that in more detail very soon. Adding and subtracting mixed numbers and word problems involving addition and subtraction. So today, not so much on multiplication and division as you see. All right, so the focus is on basic mixed numbers and how we can ask some simple and short problems involving mixed numbers. Okay, let's see. Now, without the use of calculator, I know some of you might want to use a calculator, right? If you look at these numbers, 6 divided by 11, how do you divide then if you don't use a calculator? So hang on, Giselle, yeah. So we're going to convert the following to fractions or mixed numbers. Simplify your answer. All right. So what does the division sign tell us what we have to do? Okay. Yes, Gordon. One by one. Yes.
You have to divide 6 divided by 11 as a fraction is 6/11.
Okay. 6/11. Okay. Thank you, Gordon. Is that what you want to say? Who is this? Giselle?
Yes, that was what I want to say.
Okay, great. Let me see what some of you have written in the chat. Yeah, you can write it in the chat box as well if you do not want to say out. It's fine, perfectly fine. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, then that's what Dan has written, and Tanishka as well. Okay, very good. Okay, how about you, Caleb? Why you just join us, right? So how do you look at division in terms of fractions? Have you learned that already? How about you, Candice? Are you okay with this? All right, if you're okay with this, we can look at some of the answers to this. Oh, yes, Dan, thank you very much for the answers they've written in the chat. Okay, so let's see. When we're going to take 6 divided by 11 or any of the other divisions, as you can see, it simply means to say you are writing in a fraction form. Okay, so 6 divided by 11 has the same meaning as 6 out of 11. All right. Yes, Gordon, what do you like to say or ask?
Can I do number 2?
Okay, yes.
The answer is 2/7.
Okay.
Because 12 divided by 28, that would be 12/28. Then you divide that by 2, you get 6/14. Then you divide that by 2, you get 3/7.
Okay, all right, thanks. I hear that loud and clear. All right, did y'all catch the simplifying process, the steps in the simplifying that Gordon has just described to us? Yes, everybody? Okay, so we can simplify the fraction further. Okay, so as what he mentioned, 12 out of 28. You simplify in 2 steps if you want to. 6 out of 14 followed by 3 out of 7. So anybody is not comfortable with simplifying? Anybody? It's no worry, you can always ask or say. So how we simplify, just to make sure everybody is clear. Okay. So what we do is normally put some small little arrows to remind ourselves what we are dividing. Okay. So we can do this in 2 steps. For those of you who want to do it in 1 step, then you can divide directly by 4, as you can see. Okay. So in any case, as long as you divide both numerator and denominator by the same number, you are perfectly fine. Okay. Now, do you notice something about the division symbol here? Do you notice that the division symbol is actually the fraction which separates the numerator and the denominator. That's why when you take 12 divided by 28, you can see the 2 dots are actually representing the numbers that we will place, the 12 and the 28. So it's no coincidence that the division actually means a fraction when you can say out of a certain amount. Okay. Well, any of were you all clear with that actually, or did you all just realize this trick? Okay,
I
thank
was
you,
clear
Caleb.
of
I
that.
saw your answers. Very good. Thank you.
My father always used this method to divide. I don't know why.
Okay, great. Mm.
This is why I know like since young, because he teaches me math.
Okay, very good, very good. So you've already learned that, huh? Okay. So as you can see, just next time you can remember, right? When you have a division, you can also write it in fraction form. Okay. Of course, for numbers that are very huge, you will normally be allowed to use a calculator to work out those large numbers. Okay, but for small numbers like this, you can actually simply work it out, all right, or write it in a fraction form, depending on what the question is asking for. Okay, so in this case, the instruction is simply just to convert into a fraction or mixed number as required, right? So this is the first mixed number that we're looking at, part C, 1 and 4 out of 7. I saw it in quite a number of the answers that you all have placed in the chat box, the chat room, I mean. Okay, let's see. Gordon, I saw you raise up your hand. Is that something that you would like to highlight? Yeah, what is it?
Oh no, I wanted to say 147.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, so as you can see, if you have a whole number next to the proper fraction, it means to say that there's more than one whole, obviously. That's why the numerator will be larger than the denominator. Okay. And of course, the part D, you can simplify until you get 1 whole and 3/5. Okay, so anybody would like to ask anything about simplifying or anything about the mixed number or the process of division here? Anybody? Is this okay so far for everyone? Okay, Candice, is it okay? Yeah, those who have typed in the chat box, yeah, I see that you understand that. Very good. Okay, yeah. See all your answers. Candice, any questions? Would you like to take down anything, or have you taken them? No. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, so let's proceed to the next part. Okay. So I think we have more examples. Okay, so now this time we're going to do the opposite. All right, so we're given the mixed number, as you can see, A, B, C, and D. So how are we going to change it into improper fractions? We're going to do it the other way around. Improper fractions. Okay. Yes, I see Tanishka's hand. Do you want to answer this? Okay, let's give Tanishka a chance first. Okay. Yes, what do you like to?
3 times 7 and then plus the 2. Yeah, and then it's like
You said 3 times 7. I heard that. Then after that, what do you do to the
plus
next?
2 is the answer.
Okay. All right. What about the denominator? What were the denominator?
7.
Thank you. All right. I heard that. Yes, Gordon, your turn. What would you like to say? Yeah.
So can I for B 16
Okay.
times?
What will you do first? What will you prefer to do first, Gordon? This time.
16 times 3. So 48 plus 12.
Okay.
60. So 60
60
over 16. So 0 over 16.
Okay. Yes. Okay. But we can simplify, right? Based on what you have done. Okay. So anybody has a slightly different method from Gordon? Anybody? It's correct. Well done. Okay. Anybody else have a different method from Gordon? Anybody else would like to try? Or did y'all write it in the chat box? Let me have a quick look first. Okay, yes, I see Caleb's answer, Dan's answer. Tanishka has given me all the answers as well. Okay. Sorry, did I see a hand just now? Because I missed out the hand. Okay, yeah, that's Dan's answer as well. Huh? Okay, so what who was that? What Gordon did was to convert the whole mixed number directly into an improper fraction. Yes, of course you can do that, no problem. So the alternate method that I was asking for is to do the other important thing first, which is to, did anybody decide to simplify first? Like what I would do? Okay, so yes, you can actually carry out the simplifying step first. Okay,
Please simplify. I
before
saw.
you
saw it.
convert into a mixed number. Okay, so let's check out those steps. Unless anybody would like to.
My
Okay.
my teacher said that it's important to practice how to simplify our answers, even though when the worksheet doesn't say to simplify.
Okay. Yep. Sure. I agree with that as well. All right. We should simplify whenever we can. Okay. Right, Caleb. Okay. Thanks, Caleb. Very good. Very clear. Okay. Now, why I say depends. Okay, because sometimes a question we want to change it into a equivalent form of the fraction, or when we do ratio. All right, soon. Okay. Why we change or why we don't change, it depends on what the question is asking for. Okay, but the final answer, if you're talking about the final answer, then yes, we simplify whenever we can. Okay. Let's see. Forgot. Oh, no worry, Caleb. It's okay. Yeah, so yes, as like what who is this? Giselle mentioned, it's a good practice to simplify for the final answer. Okay. So as we go along, we'll look at some of these things. Okay, so the first part A, all right, it's just like what Tanishka was saying just now, all right, directly. You multiply 7 times 3, 21, and then you plus a 2 to 23. So I asked her to say what was the denominator. She said, yes, there's no change to the denominator, all right? So the denominator doesn't change because you are taking out of 7, you're dividing by 7. So the denominator doesn't change. Okay, but what I want to check with you all is your understanding, all right? That you're just remember by multiplying and add to get the numerator, or do you understand why we do that? That's the important thing as well that I want to know whether you all fully
I
understand.
did both.
Okay. No, my question is why? Why do we multiply by taking 7 times 3, then we add a 2 to get 23? Why do we need to multiply? And why do we add? That's my question. Do y'all get what I'm asking? Anybody is able to answer my supplementary question, the additional question that I'm just asking?
I did it, but I did not know how to explain.
Oh, it's okay. You did it, but you're not sure how to explain. It's fine. Okay. Anybody will care to explain? Or you're like what Giselle said, you all know why, right? But not sure how to explain. It's the same thing. Okay, no worries. I think you'll probably know, all right? But I just want to be very clear that you'll know, all right? So let me break down the tree hole, okay? The tree hole, let me use, let me see, I'll get a blue pen. Okay, so 3 whole and 2 out of 7, what happens is, if I were to break it down individually into 7 wholes, you see, out of 7, I mean, excuse me. So the 3 wholes will be 7 out of 7 plus 7 out of 7. Can you see that? Because each whole is based on out of 7. That's why you can see the fraction there is 2 out of 7. So now look carefully if I were to break it down into individual fractions. Can you see how many 7 out of 7s I have? Okay, that is the reason why we take 7 times 3 or 3 times 7, up to you. It doesn't matter. Okay, but as you can see, we have 7, 7, and 7. That's why, all right, we take 3 times of 7. Okay, and why do we plus a 2? Because as you can see, there's another proper fraction, 2 out of 7. So you must plus another 2 parts. But no matter what happens, it is still out of 7. That's why we don't change the denominator. Okay, so that's why we understand how you convert a mixed number into an improper fraction by carrying out the multiplication, 3 times 7 plus 2, and out of 7. Okay? Yes. So that was the reason I'm asking for. Okay. Was that what you all understand as well? Okay. So even if I forget, oh, should I multiply or should I divide or should I plus? By understanding how you can separate the whole number into, all right, the fractions, you can see that you'll never ever forget how to convert. All right. see the next one. Okay, so the second one, as you can see, that was the method which I was asking for. You can actually simplify the proper fraction before